Show me your project or show your program that you have running your system one by one. Sit down. I think what we have studied in the last class, face recognition project. Yes or no? I explained about the OS library. Explained about what? OS? Only face detection was there. This is not the required program. You have to use face detection method with the help of face recognition. Yes, sir? Okay, just connect. Program, same program I can join.
Not once. I have my own program.
Or you have stored my program also.
My program.
That I have shared in your.
Yeah, I have.
Just connect it. Yes, everyone. Am I audible? Am I audible? Yes, sir. Audible? Yes, sir. Audible? Volume is audible. Yes, everyone. What do you want? Just want that without running the code, you will just get all the knowledge. Yes, sir? Yes, everyone? Yes, please tell me. I will also try if it is possible. Clear? Okay, so just scroll it. Yeah. This. So we have to start from this. Huh? Yes, sir? So we have to start from this, or we have explained something in this program. We have to start from initial point, or we have explained all this now.
Then some code.
So in this code we have.
Okay, so I will explain from start. Okay. So basically, students, in last class I discussed about the how to detect the face with the help of face recognition library. Yes or no? Clear? I hope you all have run that code that I have shared in your group. If possible, just otherwise you are not able to understand all this. Clear, everyone? So first thing, we have taken 4 to 5 libraries. Yes or no? Or simply you can say library. You can say simply module also. Module or library you can say. Which one is there? NumPy, face recognition, CV2, OS, and date time. Yes, sir. So what is the purpose of using NumPy? Because I have already discussed NumPy library, yes, in starting of machine learning. Yes, so I don't need any explanation, but just we have used some functions of NumPy. That's why I have imported. Clear? So next one is face recognition. You already know how we can import and why we use face recognition library. Yes, sir. In last class, I have already discussed about. Next, also you already know about the CP2. It's the OpenCV library. So if you want to pre-processing or you want to perform any processing to the image. So if you want to resize the image, if you want to change the color of the image, so these things you can do with the help of CP2. Yes, sir. Yeah. Even face recognition you can also do, but not so much, advanced algorithm is there. Yeah, that's why we will use face recognition. Now see, we will have import OS. This is important library. So import OS means what? Yes, anyone? What is the name of OS?
Operating system.
So basically, the concept is, earlier in operating system, the folder is used to be used as a directory name. Every folder is used to say as directory. So when you want to create a directory, when you want to access a directory, when you want to, transfer the directory from files from one directory to another directory, or you want, to list out all the files in any directory, then we will use OS library here. So if you want to create a folder, simply you can say that if you want to create the folder is directory. If you want to transfer the file, if you want to make the list of all the files inside any folder, so that's why we will use OS. So right now we are going to access all the files from any directory. That's why I have used OS. But there are also so many functions are there. Just go and search for that library. Just write it down. There is a task you have to do. Just go and search for OS library. It's very, very important library. Clear? OS library. OS. There are so many functions. MKDIR. Yes or no? Make dir. There are so many functions are there. List dir. So right now we are using which function? As you can see, list dir. Just listen to it. Suppose. Okay. So now focus on this. Okay, Rohit, do one thing. Just create another Python file, empty file. Just go to the project on that. Just go to this. So here, yes. And actually, okay, now just go to the Python file. Yes, and write some name that you want. So just write your batch name. BCA-PPU. Second, because I will show you the step-by-step process, how it works by breaking the whole project in a step-by-step. That's why. Okay, just go to this last one. Just copy this part from this to this part. Here, I just copy it. So now focus on this because I will explain part by part so that you can understand it. So now see, we are using two empty list. Empty list means what? The list in which there is no any elements. That is what empty is. Now see, this is what? Picture. Have you taken some pictures? Which picture? Your picture or anonymous picture? There are two pictures of every person.
3 pictures. No, sir. Only one picture
Just
for one man.
You have net connection?
Yes.
Just go. And what? Just first of all, just create a folder. Just create on this. Actually, this is image-based project, so you have to take a separate folder. Just go and create a file, not file directory.
So there is a directory.
Right, just create. Right, put some name, images. Capital or small it is?
So how is small?
All are small. Just enter. Okay, this is the directory that I have created, and I will write I will put all the images. Clear? I will use as a database. So just go to the net, Google Chrome, search for the Elon Musk. So we will take two images of Elon Musk, not two. We will take now one image of another. One image I will take of actor. One image I will take of Elon Musk. One image of Modi ji. One image of. You can also take your own images. Just go to images. Just go to images. Okay, just take just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just scroll up. Yes, this is the standard image. Just go to this, click on that. Just click on that one. Just click on that.
So copy to कर ली.
No, don't need to copy. Just click on that. Now go to this, right click, and then where is save copy image. Copy. And now go, because the quality will be higher than the previous one. That's it. Quality of image will be higher than that. Just post in that. Okay. Now take another image of Modi. Sorry, I'm not going to enter on political matter. Just I am trying to take as a reference of it. Clear? So don't use political. Our prime minister. Okay, just take which one you want. This. Just take this. Just click first. And have you selected the images option? No.
So I have searched the image. Why I have clicked on that?
Yes, okay. Okay, just see.
There is many images. So
Just click on the cross.
so peak is.
I think you are taking a high quality picture, that's why. Just cross. Just take anyone. Yes. No, just don't take. Okay, just click on this. Okay, now.
Now it is not so.
Okay, just take this one. Anyone, or just click on.
That is.
Okay, just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it. Just take the images that we already have. Just take the image and copy from this to this. Okay. Then again, which image you have taken? Which image you have taken?
So whatever I found.
Okay, just yes.
Whatever I found.
Okay, just so right now what we have? We have 3 images in there. Just stop. Okay, just see. I will give you a simple image. That can be used for the reference. So always remember that when you are going to work on this project and you have to take the images, just take the passport size image. Very simple image and without any background. Then your algorithm will be able to recognize correctly. Otherwise, it will also make this face. It will also make this face. That's why it's a problem. So always remember when you are going to take the images, yes or no, always take passport size or simple image so that there is no any background objects are there and anything else. Clear?
Yes.
So just for the reference, just see what actually I want to show you. Just close it.
Sure.
Or minimize it. Just minimize it. Just minimize. Okay. So now see what actually we want to do. So first of all, the first step, actually we want to know all the files inside this image folder. Clear? What we want? We want to access all the file names. Just listen to me. All the file names. So how many files are there? 1, 2, 3. What is the name of the file? Actress.png, alon.png, and Nilesh.png. This is the file name. So we want to just list out all this file name. Just we want to list out. That's why in a list, that's why we are going to use list here. List directory means whatever inside this directory, you will get the list of all files. Clear? List of all files. So what is the path? Just change the path to the image. So actually we want to access all the file name of this directory. Clear? That's why we will use os.listdir function. मतलब क्या है? लिस्ट dir का मतलब क्या होगा? We are going to yes. Stay there. No. Okay, so just listen to me. So this will just give you. Okay. Now we want to print this list. Actually, we are going to take the first file name and add, and we will store in this. All this file names we are going to store in this list only, and we will also print this. We will see what is the result. Just go and run this code. Okay, so now this is the list. What is the name of this list? This is my list. Yes, sir. This is my list. Yes or no? And it is having all the files there that is inside this images folder. Yes, you can see the first one is this is the file name. This is file name. This is file name. Only 3 files are there, so we are getting 3 files. So this is called listing the file name with the help of list dir function. Clear? So you will think that why we are using this concept. Actually, so this part will be used for the name of that person. Just actually, we are going to take this as the name of that person. Means you will just remove extension part, and whenever that person will come in front of the camera, then this person will come. When I will come in front of the camera, then my name will be clear. That's why I am going to use this. So now second part, just copy the go to the code previous one. This code, copy this one. From this to this. From this to this. So now what we will do? We will first find the numpy value of each and every images. Clear? Because for mice or for ourselves we have the images, but for the face recognition it is just a numpy value. It is just a numpy value. So first we will find the numpy value, or we will read the images from the folder one by one. We will store the corresponding numpy value in a list. We will also access the file name, so that we will use in the future for the naming purpose. Okay. So now see, just now tell me what are the values in my list. You can just open, just call it the name that we have used, or simply just do something. Do one thing. There is no code. Why? Just run that code. Okay. Now it is visible, and just paste it. Okay. So now see what are the values in this my list. Just tell me. 3 values are there. 1, 2, 3. So as you know, we are using for loop here. And what is the use of in operator? It is called membership operator. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it will take the first member and put in the CL value. It will take a second, then we'll put in the CL. So right now we are using for loop, and inside this we are using CL in my list. This first we'll take the this one. Yes, sir. In CL, so this will represent what? Here, this will represent CL. So now inside this for loop, what we are going to in this line? Just see.
So getting the
We are going to get the path, the whole path of the image. How we will get the path? Actually, you all know. CL is changing now. First of all, CL will be this, then this, then this. So we can't put the string here. If you will put the string, then it will be fixed. So we want to change the CL part according to the for loop. That's why we are there. Okay. One more thing. This is the method of creating string. This is the method of creating string with variable. Means आप चाहते हो कि अपने प्रोग्राम में स्ट्रिंग बनाओ ऐसा जिसमें कि हम वेरिएबल को यूज कर सकें, तो उसके लिए आप क्या यूज करते हैं? एंड होगा क्या? देखो यहाँ पे आप जैसे f लिख लो, इसके पीछे जो भी आप लिखोगे वो सारा स्ट्रिंग होगा, सारा स्ट्रिंग होगा, जैसे लिखोगे वही प्रिंट हो जाएगा। बट हम यहाँ पे चाहते हैं क्या, ये चीज चेंज होता है ना? और हमें स्ट्रिंग चाहिए किसका? पूरे इमेजेस का, पहले इमेजेस का, फिर दूसरे इमेजेस का पाथ चाहिए, तीसरे इमेज का पाथ चाहिए। सो नाउ सी path क्या होगा बताओ मुझे? What is the path of first image?
so images
and then
director
dot p. Yes, clear? So the complete path. How we will get this? Next will be what? This will be same, and then what? Along dot p. What will be the third? Dot what for you? Image. Okay, so this is the path of the image. So how we will get it? So this is the string. So this is the whole string. We always put the path in this single quote.
Yes.
It is a string, and we want to access this whole string. With the help of this method. How we will get it? Just see here. What you will get path. If you want, you can just write images also. If you want, you can just write images also. But when you are working on any project, so you have to use the code like professional way. Means whenever you want to change the writing, just write change on the path variable. Means जब आप चाहते हो change करना, आप कहाँ change करोगे? Path variable में सब जगह change हो जाएगा. इसीलिए हम ऐसा यूज करते हैं. अब देखो हुआ कि ये पाथ फिक्स है ना, ये पाथ फिक्स है, ये पाथ वैल्यू कहां से आएगा बताओ? यहां से आएगा ना, यहां से. ये क्या हो जाएगा बताओ मुझे?
images.
सो चूंकि ये वेरिएबल कर देंगे, यहां पे हम क्या यूज कर रहे हैं? एक्चुअली हम यहां पे प्रिंट करना चाहते हैं वेरिएबल. वेरिएबल कौन सा वेरिएबल है? पाथ. तो इसीलिए हम क्या यूज कर रहे हैं? ठीक है, ये कांस्टेंट, ये तो कांस्टेंट ही है हमारे लिए. देन हम अगेन चाहते हैं क्या? CL का वैल्यू प्रिंट. CL तो वेरिएबल ही वाला एक तरह का, तो वहां का वैल्यू प्रिंट. दैट्स व्हाई हम ऐसा यूज करते हैं. अब क्या होगा, ये कंबाइन करके हमें क्या देगा? पूरा का पूरा पाथ देगा. कैसे देगा? देखो, पाथ मतलब क्या? इमेजेस. क्लियर? एंड दिस, एंड इसके बाद CL में क्या आएगा? पहला वैल्यू यही आएगा, तो पहला पाथ मिल जाएगा. कंप्लीट पाथ मिल गया. एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू रीड this path. We are going to read this path in which variable? What this is? This will store what? The corresponding numpy value of that image. So first image is converted into numpy value and stored in the current image. Now we will keep the record of all that numpy value. Then how? We have used image folder, image list, empty image list. So we will store all the corresponding numpy value of all images in this list. How? So then we have a function, as I have taught you in the numpy classes, or and I think list classes. So we use append function. So what it will do? It will just take the numpy value, append in the image folder. So now our first image is appended in the image list. Then what we will do? Again we have a split text function. A split text function. What it will do? Just remove the string or the variable in two parts. First is without, or you can say this is the name. Suppose director underscore sir.pm. Yes, this is the image, this is the value of CL, and it will just break it in two parts. This is at 0 index, this is at 1 index. This function. And tell me what we are interested in, name or in extension.
Name.
We are interested only in the name of part of it. So that is at the 0th location, 0th index. That's why we have used. तो यहाँ से हमें क्या मिलेगा? सारे नेम का क्या फर्स्ट में मिलेगा, हमें फर्स्ट पार्ट मिलेगा, इसका क्या मिलेगा, ये पार्ट मिलेगा, इसका क्या मिलेगा, हमें ये पार्ट मिलेगा, इसका क्या मिलेगा, हमें वो सारा कहाँ पे स्टोर होगा, वो सारा कहाँ पे प्रिंट करते जाएंगे, सीनियर क्लास नेम वाले, और इसको हम रेफरेंस यूज करेंगे बाद में। जब तुम आओगे हम वही नेम आपको शो करेंगे, जब आप कैमरे के सामने आओगे तो हम क्या शो करेंगे आपको, वही नेम। जैसे मैं आऊंगा तो क्या शो करोगे तुमको, नीलेश। Suppose director says in front of the camera, then what do you do? Director. So this is how it works. So now see, just print two things, right here, just write print what images. Just write image. Just print both. Image. What is the name of the list? Image is there. Image. Okay, just see. Just scroll up. This part only. Okay, now this is what? This is my list. This is what? Classmate is there, and this is what? The image list. So as you can see, it is having the number value of all images inside image folder. Clear? So in this way we are able to find the name of all the files, and also we are able to find the number value of all images. Clear? So now second part. Time is over.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are also late. So,
Not I am late and we are late.
No. Actually, class was going on. That's why you are late. Not my myself. Yes. Just go to me. Okay, go to this part. This code only. Okay. Now copy this part. This is last part. I will say
Time is
just this part. I know. But
next class will be late.
yes, that's why you are already late, because you haven't
The
told
non
previous.
next class will be late.
Yes.
Due to this now next class will going to
And
happen.
actually, I am also late because of your previous class. Actually, in this way, I am not able to, slowly we are going to explain all this. We need some time. Because we are also getting only 15 minutes, and 20 minutes are also attendance and setup also. Just this thing. Okay. So now see, this is the last thing that I will explain. Okay. So what is this part? So now the face recognition works on encoding value. Yes or no? In last class I have already explained. If you want to match the images, if you want to match the faces, then you have to store encoding value. Yes or no? So now we will find the encoding of all the images that we have stored in the database. But which one is database? Images is available. इस जिसका भी हमें रिकॉग्नाइज करना है, सारी इमेज को कहाँ रखते हैं? इमेजेस फोल्डर में। इसमें जितने भी इमेजेस हैं सबका हमें क्या चाहिए? इनकोडिंग चाहिए, ताकि जब वो पर्सन कैमरे के सामने आएगा और उसका इनकोडिंग होगा और उसके इनकोडिंग से क्या करेंगे, उससे मैच करेंगे, और दोनों मैच होगा तो हम कहेंगे दिस इज ऑथराइज्ड। उसके लिए हमें क्या करना है? इनकोडिंग के लिए हमारे पास हमने एक फंक्शन बना रखा है यहाँ पे स्पेस में, जिसमें हम क्या देंगे? इमेजेस का जो नंबर वैल्यू है सारा पास करेंगे इसमें, और ये क्या करेगा फंक्शन? सारे इमेज का क्या फाइंड करेगा? पहले इमेज को लेगा और क्या फाइंड करेगा उसका बताओ? पहले वो चेंज कर देगा किस कलर में? BGR to RGB फॉर्मेट। देन क्या होगा नेक्स्ट? आपके पास face encoding function है already मैंने explain कर रखा है. Yes or no? So this function will just change. This function will just find the encoding value of all the faces, and it will store in this variable. And now we are going to store this variable into encode list, and in this way, all the images will be converted into encoding value and will be stored in this encode list. And whenever we will pass the images, it will just return the encoding list. And that encoding list will be used in the future when we are going to match the images from the camera. So this is the first part of our. Next part we will create a attendance function, and then we will see how it will store the data. So just stop right now. We will discuss things later. Okay, in next class. But important thing is that you all have to please run the course. Otherwise.